Well, maybe a bit of QB competition going on in Seattle. But who will start? There's only one way to find out. But what's going on, guys? My name's Antonio, and this is the All Around Sports Cast. I'm your host, Tony, with a Y. Today, we are going over the QB competition going on in Seattle, from what people are saying. Sam Howell, as we all know, recently got traded to the Seattle Seahawks in a draft swap with the Commanders. But the question is, who should be the starting quarterback? Geno Smith or Sam Howell? Now, of course, I'm a Seahawks fan, so this situation is developing slowly. But for now, let's get this thing started. So, I have been talking with one of my cousins about this. And I asked him about this, and he said, in his words in this text I'm about to read, I don't know if it's going to be an open competition. I think Howell will need to basically do what Russell Wilson did his rookie year to get any real look as a starter. But I also think he's intriguing. And not this year, but next, they might really try to see if he can be a starter. He plays like a lot like Baker Mayfield. He can run and be tough. And a journalist from Washington, D.C. says his upside could be similar to Kirk Cousins. And then also his rookie year, Russell Wilson's rookie year, we'll flash back to that for a second. According to what I know, because I wasn't watching the NFL at that time, but I have been watching it recently, my cousin sent me this. He said Russell Wilson played out of his mind in the preseason and during the practice and took the starting job. We had just signed Matt Flynn for big money at the time. But does that mean the same thing is going to happen? I don't believe so. But I did recently read some of the stats from Sam Howell compared to Josh Allen in their first 18 games. Sam Howell has more passing yards than Josh Allen did in his first 18 games. Also, his QBR is amazing, his completion percentage, and he has very few interceptions than Josh Allen did at that time. But the only concern that I have with Sam Howell is what happened with the Commanders. That's the only concern. Now, he wasn't in the best situation as far as like coaching staff. He wasn't in the best situation. But I truly believe that Geno is going to start this season and have Sam Howell learn right behind him. And a good point, I totally agree with my cousin that Sam Howell does remind me of Baker Mayfield. Actually, legitimately, almost looks like him. But Sam Howell, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, it takes time to develop a quarterback. It takes time. And Geno is already played out of his mind the last 2 years. He's led the Seahawks to a playoff appearance, which we all know what happened in that one against the Niners. They slowly had a lead at the halftime and then gave it up to the 49ers in the second half. But Geno, the only reason I would stick with him is because he was playing better when he got the official starting job. But I totally agree. Sam Howell in the future could be a starter. But what I'm saying is that I don't believe he should yet. Now, it is a different system. It is a completely different play calling system, which a lot of people are going to use to the advantage of maybe potentially Sam Howell getting as the starter. But you have to learn about the players that you're playing with. You need to form that chemistry with them before you go on the field. Geno Smith already has that chemistry with DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and all the other receivers. Howell doesn't, because he played against them in, I believe it was week 10 of the NFL season last year. He played against the Seahawks in a close thriller. The only reason I am not saying Howell as a starter is not just because of the issues that he had up in Washington. It's because I don't fully trust it. Because Sam Howell, he's a great player. He is amazing at what he does. He has 4,000 something yards from his first 18 games. But I don't fully like him because Geno is right now the starter in my eyes. Now, if we look ahead a year or two, then I can see Howell getting the starting job. But it would need to have some time for him to learn. He needs to learn the offense, this would be a great opportunity to learn right behind him. This would be a great opportunity for Sam Howell to learn from a veteran like Geno Smith, who's been in the league for loads of years, and learn from him as far as his play style. But, of course, it could go either way. It could go either direction. We have seen hints that Mike McDonald doesn't fully like Geno Smith, but he doesn't hate him. But we'll see what happens and develops in the following weeks. But let me know who you think should start down in the comments below. Let me know if you want Geno Smith or you want Sam Howell. My personal perspective, either one. Either one. Geno Smith more than likely. Sam Howell, I just don't fully trust him yet. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So be sure to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button down below. And be sure to subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. So long for now.